Hey everybody! In this bonus episode, I'll be showing you guys how to import your own meshes from Blender into Godot. And I'll also be showing how to change these collectibles from getting destroyed into getting hidden and reactivated. So stay tuned. Alright, welcome back to our bonus episode. Thanks for watching, guys. In this first part, I just want to describe how to export models straight from Blender to Godot, like with collisions and everything, just because I think it's handy, like as a game developer, to be able to hop into a 3D software and quickly make stuff and import it, just for like prototyping and stuff like that. But anyways, I first want to show you guys just how to do a quick export. So what you do is you go into File, Export, and then you do the GLB GLTF 2.01, and that's just what Godot recommends in their documentation. And it'll pull this up and it'll just ask for a destination. And my destination is the meshes folder in our Godot project. And I just have it named as platform. And on the right side, we just want to make sure we have this selected and we have it limited to selected objects. And guys, just as a disclaimer, this is mostly for static objects. When it comes to animated stuff, it's a little different when you export. And I'll have some resources in the description on how to do that. But yeah, just so you know. But anyways, we can now export it. And now if we go to our project, we'll have our platform and our meshes. And I just want to show you guys in the level template, if we go ahead and try our game with our new platform and try and jump on it, it won't let us, right? So what we want to do is, well, we can either do what we did before. We can hop in here, do the physics. That's one way to do it. But I'll show you guys another. So we'll just delete it from the level for now, just so when we re-import it, nothing weird happens. And what you can do is, you can go into your model's name, do -col, and now check this out. If we export it, DLTF, we'll do that platform again, make sure it's our selected objects. And now we'll drag this platform back on our level. Check this out. It will come with its collision already, which is pretty cool. And this is what I wanted to show you guys. And the final thing that I think is really cool, say you made like a really complex mesh and you didn't necessarily want to use the collision that your mesh generated, right? Because whatever your mesh has, that's the polygons that your collisions are going to have, right? So if you had a really complicated mesh, then you would have really complicated geometry for your collision. So what you can do, right, is like this is kind of cube shaped already, right? So we can just make a cube. I'll make it a little bigger maybe. Flatten the faces. Make sure to apply our transforms. But yeah, like say this was like the collision we wanted, our simple collision. That's what they call it. What we can do is we can call it something like, I don't know, we could call it like platform collision. And then what you do is you do COL only. Because when you do COL, it'll keep the mesh data, right, and the collision data. But if you do COL only, it'll just keep the collision data, so it'll basically hide the cube and just keep the shape of the cube. So now, if we select both, let me just make sure to delete this from our level, just so nothing weird happens. If we export it one more time, platform, make sure it's our selected objects. Check that out. It's not showing our cube. But if we look into this, it has our platform collision, right? But you just can't see it. So that's a really cool way to generate like simple collisions the way that you want them to be. And yeah, that's how you import meshes from Blender into Godot. Just wanted to show you guys that. And in the next part, I just wanted to show something that a user requested on how to do like respawning collectibles, because that's something I actually wanted to do, but I forgot. But yeah, thanks for requesting that, and I'll show you how to do that in this next little part. All right, so here I am back in the ability collectible from a while ago. And to just briefly describe what we're doing is whenever the player runs into this, rather than just destroying it outright, we want it to be like basically deactivated for however long and then reactivated. So that would involve our collision, which in this case, I'll just rename it to like collision now. And we'll just right click it and make sure to access it as unique name. Just, I like to do that. And then in our ability collectible now, what we can do is, rather than queuing free right here on area body entered, we can make like a new function called like deactivate and reactivate. And we'll add like a new variable called like deactivation time or something. And that's just how long we want to deactivate it for, right? So we'll just do export variable deactivation time. We'll make sure it's a float. And we'll set it equal to like 3 seconds or something. That's fine. And now it's telling us we need to actually make that function, right? So we'll just do function deactivate and reactivate. We'll do a parameter of time, right? And that'll be our flow. And you guys will see now, for this function, we already have some of the stuff done. We already, in the ready function, we have our hide stuff and we have our show stuff. So when we deactivate, right, we want to do this. We want to hide our meshes. But we also want to deactivate our collision, right? So now let's just make sure to make it a onReady variable, right? And then in collision, we'll just do .disabled equals true. And then this is a really cool function that I suggest you guys remember, because I use this all the time. And it's called await getTree.createTimer. And that's where we can pass in our time, right? Because that's how long this timer is going to go for. And then we do .timeout. If we kind of look at what .timeout is, it's emitted when this reaches 0, like some of the other timers we've been using. So yeah, it's kind of a way to just basically make a timer programmatically. And then we just kind of do the opposite of what we just did. So now we show it and we make sure it is not disabled, right? So we say false. And now we can either do this as is. This works fine if we go back into our level template. Wait 3 seconds, it should come back. There it is, we can run into it again. Bada bing, bada boom. So there you go, that's how you do it. But what I just like to do is, just to make things a little more readable, is just make some functions, because you notice how we're repeating this? You don't normally want to repeat yourself when you're coding, so it's just nice to, we'll just make a function called like hide meshes. And we can just copy this stuff in, right? And I kind of made a mistake right here. That's kind of bothering me. We want to make sure we return something with these. Sorry about that. It's not a huge deal, but just a good habit to get into. And then now we want to show the meshes. So I'm just going to copy this, and then rather than hide, we'll do show. Or it should be one mesh, right? Because it depends on which one we have, depending on the ability. So we'll just copy this in. And then we'll just cut these out and then put in our new nice looking functions. And yeah, there we have it. Now it's a lot more readable, right? It's pretty human readable. We hide our meshes. Our collection collision gets disabled. We wait. And even if this is too much, we just say this is a timer or something. And yeah, now it's simple, it's nice to read, and it's good to go. So thank you guys for watching. And in the next episode, we'll start kind of our final arc, which is creating the main menu, so you guys can start selecting levels. So stay tuned.